What is going on, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of the I Formation Podcast. Here with Ben Hall, my guy LeRon McClain. Today we got a big special guest coming on. But before I introduce him, how you doing today, LeRon?
Man, I'm good, man. Blessed. Another day, another opportunity, man. Can't complain. Honored to have this guest on with us today, man. So I'm gonna let you introduce him, baby.
Stevie Johnson, former Bills receiver. I'm sure everybody knows him, how exciting he was. But how you doing today, Stevie?
I'm good, man. Just handling business, trying to keep everything organized, like I was saying earlier, and take care of the future.
Awesome, man. We really appreciate you coming on. I'll let LeRon start with a few questions before I go.
Man, just just looking back, you know what I'm saying, over like everything about you, man. I want to ask you this one question. You know, with football just being your last 2 years in high school, was basketball your first love?
Yeah. Basketball is it. You know what I'm saying? Coming up, that's all we did on the block. You know, we get the rock and go to the local park or the playground, and we was just hooping. Football didn't really come around until after we was done hooping. You know what I'm saying? We tired, go get the water hose water, and then like, all right, let's get on the block bumper to bumper and let's play 1-on-1. You know what I'm saying? So football was just fun, but basketball, we really was like working on our game and stuff, thinking that was really our ticket.
Oh, indeed. So I mean, I saw that your high school got football. You know what I'm saying? Like the last 2 years, and it's just like you just like slid right into it, man, and became a star, man. Was all state and everything when you left high school.
Yeah. It was an interesting decision because my school was brand new, and I was out of a school previously that had so much history. It's been going for years, obviously. You know what I mean? People that I don't even know about, OGs now, like super OGs. And then when I heard that they was building this new school called Rodriguez, I was like, shoot, that's an opportunity for me to really make my own history. You know what I mean? Be the first to do something. So that was my whole mindset. I wasn't thinking about camps. I wasn't even thinking about the NFL at the time. I was just thinking I want to be the first to do something here in these history books. You know what I'm saying? And just gradually, I was just working, and then every level I was just going up. You know what I mean? And eventually, college ended up coming around. So, but before even college, it was just I just wanted to make history on my own, and not follow nobody else's legacy, I would say.
Yeah, making your own. Yes, sir. I understand that. I understand that for sure, babe. I understand that for sure. So, the college you went to, how you say it?
Chabot.
Yeah, Chabot College. You know what I'm saying? Being there 2 years, and you know what I'm saying, doing that for 2 years. I just wanted to ask the one question. After you got done with that, Lexington, Kentucky. What made you go all the way out to, Kentucky to play ball in the SEC? And I mean, with the big schools that was out there in Cali, like where you from?
Right. And I know stepping in the SEC is that's shark water right there. That's big time.
Yes, sir.
You obviously
Yes,
but
sir.
my decision to go to Kentucky was based on there was a California kid that I seen like a few years before even knowing about Kentucky, and his name was Tayshaun Prince. And I was watching Tayshaun Prince balling, and I seen this sea of blue. The fans was going crazy. It just looked clean, I didn't know nothing about SEC. I didn't know nothing about Kentucky at that time. All I knew was there's this kid from California balling out there, and these fans are going crazy for him. So that was my first initial look into that Lexington lifestyle. And I had nothing after that. I never looked it up, never did anything extra to it. That was probably 3 or 4 years before or something like that, before I even signed.
Yeah. Okay.
But I went to junior college, and then I got this coach coming in, and he had on the blue with UK. I'm like, dang, that's crazy. This is the same blue that I seen years ago. And when he came, look, we want to give you an opportunity. I was just like, man, I'm gonna be there then. I just felt like it was a calling, in a sense. So that was when he came. I didn't take no visits after that. I'm gonna sign there. I finished off my 2 years in junior college, and I took it to Kentucky.
Man, salute that, man. Salute that. Especially playing in the SEC. All right, Ben, you go ahead.
So talking about the JUCO, I actually currently go to a JUCO. I play baseball there. I just wanted to ask you, for you,
right.
what was the JUCO life like for you? Because everybody's kind of got a different story about JUCO. Some places basically you really don't get anything. And then some JUCOs are more of the higher end. So I just kind of want to
Yeah.
see what the JUCO life was like for you.
Man, yeah, it was when I look back at it, it was tough, but I wasn't tuned into what was going. I didn't even know about junior college. First of all, I was sad because I didn't go straight to Division I out of high school.
Yeah.
And I thought it was over for me, like, dang,
Right.
What else do I do now? I didn't go to college. And then somebody said, go to junior college or whatever. I'm like, what is junior college? You know what I mean? When I looked up, I was like, what's the best one on the West Coast? And then it was San Francisco City. They was like winning national championships. And then once again, I got in my mindset, I don't want to go somewhere and follow. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I want to, start somewhere else. So I ended up finding Chabot Junior College, and they didn't give us everything, but I wasn't the type to be looking at, I need new clothes, or I need new gloves, this and that. I was like, I'm trying to get further. You know what I'm saying? So when I got there, I didn't know nothing about receiver, except from what I just told LeBron, like, we was just playing football on the street. That's all I knew about. But when I got to Chabot, it was so good for me because I learned a lot. I learned how to deal with people. I learned how to be on my own. I learned how to I was living in a house with like 6 or 7 players in and out. You know what I mean? In the hood though, like, you know what I mean? And we paying $1,800, like $1,800 or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was hard in the sense of when you look back as a kid, as a 16, 17-year-old, like, dang, you was doing all this, you know what I mean? Doing all that.
Yeah.
But it ultimately made me who I was when I got to the next levels, and ultimately where I am now, where I'm teaching other kids now, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
From the situations that I've been through. So, it was hard, but it wasn't hard while I was in it because I was already thinking like, all right, this is what you got to go through to get to the, break through to the next level. And I appreciated that experience a whole lot.
Yeah, for sure. So then you go to Kentucky, and your first year was quiet season, especially compared to your final year. So kind of take me through what the first year was like for you, and kind of what kind of pushed you in that second year to take the huge jump you had in numbers.
Yeah,
huge.
that's a great question because it'll give some good insight. So when I got to Kentucky, I was under the impression if you ball at practice, they go see it and they go play you. They go put you in a lineup.
Yeah.
And I didn't know it wasn't really like that. You know what I mean? I was killing them at practice, but I was only getting a little bit of run. I didn't understand the high school guy get seniority in a sense because they go be here longer and et cetera, et cetera. It took me until that whole season went by where I wasn't getting run, and then a bowl game came by, and I got some cool. It was cool. I got like 80-some yards against Clemson. We won, but it wasn't enough for me to be like, all right, I'm gonna go to the league, and you know what I mean. It was just cool. It was just cool for college. And then we had a game before our next season. My teammate Dickie Lyons, I love him to death forever. He was like, look, enough is enough. You need to go up there and talk to the coaches. And I wasn't the type to be talking to coaches. You feel me? I was just like, I let my play do the talking for me. He was like, nah, you got to go up there and talk to him. So I sucked it up, man, and went up there and talked to Coach Phillips, Joker Phillips. And he was like, all right, you want a shot? I'll give you a shot this week. And we played against Kent State that week, 2 touchdowns. Ever since then, I didn't come out the game. It was all because he told me to go talk to him, I feel like.
Yeah. So now this question, I'm sure you've been asked probably a million times. So that season, take me through that LSU game. Like, that's one of the biggest upsets, probably in Kentucky football history, with beating a number 1 overall team. You had the big catch in triple overtime. You had 7 catches, 134 yards, and a touchdown. Take me through what that game was like for you.
Went off. Dave. I remember that game.
Thank you. That was a live game. I just had tunnel vision, though, to be honest. In my mind, I was thinking about, one, somebody stole my rims off my car that week. You know what I'm saying? They took me off. So my one mindset is like, all right, I'm gonna ball out this game because they gonna know. You know what I mean? They gonna know who they took the car from. You know, they somewhat knew it on my car with the 13 on it, blah blah blah. But they got me. So I said about that. There's 2. My junior college quarterback, he called me and he told me about this Fly Guys thing that we was representing in junior college. he was like, man, make sure you represent and put on for us, this and that. I'm like, make sure you watch the game. So I'm gonna throw up the wings.
Yeah.
So that was number 2. That was my second mindset. And then the third one was I got word that the cornerbacks from LSU, Chevis Jackson and Zenon, they were high potential high draft picks, you know. So if I'm good against them, they'll obviously, you know, see me. So that was my mind. Oh yeah, and then the fourth one was they beat us 49-0 the year before, you know. So it was like payback. So that's all I can. I don't remember plays. I don't remember nothing except those 4 things, and things just happened. The team played well. They team played good also, but you know, we edged them out, and you know, it was a big win for us. And no shade on them because they ended up winning the national championship. So you know that good both ways for both sides.
Yeah, all right, Lamar, you can go.
Man, I played up in Kentucky like 1 year. Explain just like the difference of like on game day up there, you know what I'm saying? Like you said, that sea of blue, just how it was playing in that stadium, man. Because it was so hype for us when we came up there and played, man. Just like explain that to us.
It's just fun. It just feel like an NFL atmosphere. You know, we are the NFL, just like in other college towns. That college team is the NFL for them. And you know, those fans, they take it to heart. They take their team to heart, and you know, they just make you want to do good for them, do even better for them. You know, so yeah, I felt like that was just a special city. There's tons of special cities out there, but you know, choosing who was at that time, they was getting beat by everybody in a sense. You know, everybody was coming into Kentucky winning. Tennessee was blown. You know, it was crazy. But when we left. 2 bowl games. We started off the 2 bowl game wins, and since then they've been going to a bowl game for 9 straight years now. You know what I mean? It's building, you know.
Built that thing. You know what I said, man? It was. I mean, when we got there, the atmosphere was so crazy. Even like after the game, when we was like leaving, and when our buses broke down, and like fans came by, like still like cheering. I said, they still hype, man. I know we just won the game, but they were still into it and everything. So it's crazy to listen. I'm telling you. So, man, you know what I'm saying, to take it up a notch, man, draft day, you know what I'm saying, you go, can you take it through that day, draft day, but being drafted in the 7th round, I know, you know what I'm saying, like everybody, you know, just like myself, like ready to get drafted, we think we going earlier than what we think and everything. Take us through the draft experience.
Yeah. Draft experience was kind of cool. Not cool during that time, though. I was thinking, I think I was going to go at least 4th round or something like that, somewhere in the middle to late. But after the showings I had in the games, I thought I would definitely be like 4th round or something. So I'm waiting until 4th, nothing. And then my boys end up getting drafted. Andre, Jacob Tammy, I say Andre Woodson and Jacob Tammy end up getting drafted in the 4th round, like back to back or whatnot. And then 3 more rounds went by. I was like, yo, what's going on? I hit up my agent, like, what's going on? Why I can't control this, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, okay, all right. Still, I was just chilling. And then I think I took a nap or something with my lady. And then I got a call from Buffalo's special teams coach Bobby April at the time. And shoot, I was just up at that time. After I got that call, I was like, man, I'm ready to do whatever. It felt like a 1st round pick. You know what I mean? On the screen, they had a different Steve Johnson up there. They had a linebacker with linebacker stats.
Oh man, see, like, oh man, that messed up the whole feeling, man. Like, come on, with the NFL Network, ESPN, whoever it was, man, y'all messed it up for my guy.
You know, so it is what it is. And you know, after that, we ended up getting some draft hats, and we celebrated on the block for like, I feel like I celebrated for maybe 2 minutes, and then I was back in that mindset, like, I got it's another level. It's another level I gotta do. So it ultimately ended up cool.
Yes, sir. So, man, how was that? You know, going from, you know, Lexington, Kentucky, like you just said, like a college town, NFL town, going to Buffalo. You know what I'm saying? Going to Buffalo, like probably pretty much like the same type of, you know what I'm saying, city town. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, right. Bills Mafia and everything. How was your rookie year getting adjusted up there in the league? I know mine was crazy. I know mine was wild. Mine was like a breeze. I know my rookie year, but in '07. But how was yours?
Man, mine's was just work. I enjoyed going to work and getting 14,000, every week. I wasn't playing, but I was like, damn, like they giving us this every week. It was so I was cool. I was chilling. Like it was some players like, man, I want to play this and that. I'm like, man, come on, dog. We playing football and getting paid this every week.
Yeah.
Like I was tripping until like 3 years in. Then I start like, all right, I feel like I'm ready now. I've been practicing a lot. You know what I mean, this and that. I don't know if y'all hiding me or this and that, I don't know. But I feel like I'm ready. I need an opportunity to show my skill now. And then we got a coaching change. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm going past. But yeah, the rookie year, it was cool, man. It wasn't no issues. I didn't care about the weather or none of that. I was just trying to, continue to get paid for the fan.
Yeah, indeed. So I saw, 2008, your rookie season. In 2009, you had a, little injury, with your ribs and everything. Then 2010 came on.
So that 2009, I did.
Well, 2009, my bad.
But they brought in Terrell Owens. So when they brought T.O. in, and it was T.O., Lee, Roscoe, Josh Reed, that was the main forward, and we had some special teams guys. I wasn't even supposed to be on the team because I wasn't on special teams. I was just good at, I guess, receiver or whatever. Yeah. And so that year I didn't really play that much. But I was cool still because T.O. here. I'm from San Francisco. I used to watch dude play doing the bankhead, doing all that.
Yeah, growing up, yes sir.
Yeah, so I was cool. Like I'm just gonna learn from these dudes. And then when T.O. left, that was like became my third year. And then it was like, okay, who else is next? Because now it's time for us rookies who was rookies at the time, me and James Hardy. It's time for us to step in and be those guys for Buffalo. And that's how that went.
Man, you say James Hardy, man. He's from my hometown, Fort Wayne, Indiana. That's
okay.
where I'm from. That's where I'm born and raised at, man. May you rest in power.
Exactly.
Him dying and everything. You know what I'm saying, man. James Hardy, man, one of the best players to come through Fort Wayne, man. I was a huge fan of, bro. You know what I'm saying? Watching him. You know what I'm saying, after the league and everything. So that's crazy. That's crazy. I forgot Hardy. I forgot. You know what I'm saying? You played with Hardy. That's wild.
Pick. Oh.
Yeah. Yep. So man, 2010 jump in and. 13 take off. He take off in 2010. Take us through that year, man. You was Fitz' favorite target, baby.
Yeah. Now we had like you said, Fitz came in. We had a new quarterback. We had a new coach to come in. And coach. That's my dog. What's his name? Man, I can't even remember his name right now. That's unbelievable. I can't remember, but coach gave me Coach Gailey, Chan Gailey.
Yep, Chan Gailey. Okay.
Yeah. He came in with a game plan. He was offensive minded. He allowed me to, do my type of moves, my running style, and it just happened. It's something that Buffalo already knew. They seen me doing it 2 years prior. But when Fitz got the start, he was just a backup also. We was just doing scout team, killing it. And it was smooth as we rolled in. It was cool.
Indeed, you going big.
So like he was saying that the third season is when you really took off, but then the 2 seasons after that, it was the same. You continued. So I kind of wanted to ask for that time in Buffalo. What was it like, overall, including all the seasons? I think you spent 6 seasons there, right?
Yeah.
What would you say your 6 seasons were like when you were in Buffalo?
It's like half and half. It was fun. It was cool because we was doing this. We was working in the pros and, trying to change the city. I felt like I did kind of change that culture of that city. But at the same time, what are you ultimately there for? Is to win games, to get to the playoffs and, try to win a championship. And I didn't complete the playoff. We was on the playoff drought, and my main goal was to try to get us to the playoffs, and I didn't complete that. I didn't get to the championship. So it was just half cool to me in my eyes.
Yeah.
A lot of people may say, oh, it was crazy, you did good, this and that, you changed this. But to keep it 100, like I ain't really do much, to be honest. I ain't really do much. If I didn't complete my goals, I feel like it wasn't it wasn't really job well done. It was just a good job, basically.
I know Laurent had a question about like later in Buffalo, so I'll let him ask that real quick.
All right, so man, this I mean, I know I'm very biased, bro. You're one of my favorite, you know what I'm saying, receivers watching, my favorite players watching when I was in the league. Them 3 years that you had, 2010, 2011, 2012, Pro Bowl years. I don't know what the hell the fans are thinking with the vote. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's crazy. I got snipped my third year too, you know what I'm saying, because of the fans. But man, your third year. So you get into 2013 and they let Fitz go and they bring in EJ Manuel. And I like I said, man, I put that on the front office, you know what I'm saying? Like you can't have a receiver that's a 1,000-yard receiver back to back to back. Then you bring in EJ Manuel and his numbers down. You got to know who the problem is. You know it's not your receiver. Right. Like nothing against EJ Manuel, but how was that, man? Right. You know what I'm saying? Different quarterbacks, you know what I'm saying, playing with him.
Yeah, man, you put it together just like perfectly, you know. And a lot of people won't understand that if they never been in the locker room, you know what I mean?
Yep.
But EJ, once again, he was a good dude. He was ready. He was a rookie. I mean, he wasn't ready, but he was a good guy. He prepared himself, but he wasn't ready to be the starter at that time. You know what I mean? They have Fitz be the guy and then groom EJ into it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Then, you know, things probably would have went better for him in his career, not for me, but for him. They threw him in the fire because obviously we didn't go to the playoffs in a number of years. So, you know, they feel like they rushed him to do something. Then they got rid of Coach Gailey and brought in another dude. They brought in another guy, and it didn't match up, you know.
People got to understand that front office, man. Like they be thinking it's the players, but sometimes the front office are pull moves and thinking they know, you know what I'm saying, more than what the guys know in the locker room, you know what I'm saying? And,
and ultimately it hurt EJ because he only got to spend like 2 seasons and then he was gone to another team and then next thing you know, he out the league. So a 3-4 year career could have been 10 if they didn't force him into it though, you know what I'm saying? And it was a lot going on in there. You know, within that year, like my mom passed away. So that 13 year was kind of wild. It was a lot going on here. But you know, ultimately you I guess you live and learn. I would say that's where mentors come in at. And now I look back at it, if I was more out there communicating with people more and, you know, actually understanding the strength of a mentor, if things could have went different, you know what I mean? We could be talking something different right now, but you know, live and you learn. Now I'm able to give this game to my younger guys.
Yeah. I said the same thing too when I was going into that last year in Baltimore. Like if somebody would have just got in my ear a little bit, because I'm thinking like, you know what I'm saying, that mentorship, like I probably would have been still in Baltimore just trying to, you know what I'm saying, tell it out there instead of going, you know what I'm saying, to another spot. So I definitely do understand, boss, for real, man. Indeed. So man, let's I want to get in this, man. Boy, they find you so much, boss. Your celebration, man. Your celebration. I want to ask you.
No fun league.
Yeah, man, no fun. And now, and it's so crazy now, they promoting it. They want you to celebrate and like do everything now. I'm like, that what my man was doing back in the day. What was your favorite one, man? I'm gonna tell you my favorite one after you get done. What was your favorite one, man?
My favorite one was when I shot the musket gun at New England. That was my favorite one, simply because I didn't think of it at all. I'm talking to my teammate on the sideline, like, look, this is what we gonna do when we get out there. I need you to do it. And then they scored a touchdown and boom, they like shot that thing. I like jumped a little bit, like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Next drive, I went out and did that and turned around to them. Wow, fell back. It was some fun, you know, fun. 25,000 they got me.
25, man. Hey, man, my favorite one was against the Bengals, boss. You had that big game, 3 TDs. They would talk about T.O., and Ocho, Batman, Robin. You pulled the shirt up. Why so serious? Hey, that was the hardest one. I don't even see why they even, you know, find you for that one, man. Like, what would it to you thinking with the T-shirts and everything? Because you did another one. You did a few of those, man.
That one, you know, T.O., Ocho, those was my favorite receivers coming up, watching them running routes, do their thing. Then they was on the same team. They called themselves Batman and Robin. They had you know, when you go into the locker room, they have the pregame magazines in every. So they had T.O. and Ocho on there with a Batmobile in the back. So I looked at Fitz like, watch what I do today. So I left. I went to the bathroom, got the marker. I ended up drawing like the Joker face, and he thought that was it. So they was like, okay, yeah. And then once we got in the end zone, I lit that thing up like, why so serious? And
Man,
it's like, yo, did he really just do this? Like, did he really just write?
like
And
for real though.
I'm just writing on my shirt and lifting it up. And so they tried to say, oh, CJ Spiller's hand touched my shirt, so that's a team celebration, and you get fined and this and that. I was like, oh, that is crap. That is crap. But I was just hard headed. I was like, okay, I'm gonna score again. I'm gonna do something else. I'm gonna just keep doing something.
I feel you, bro. I mean, and no fun league. That's how it was. But now now they let it. They doing full, you know what I'm saying, segments in the end zone after they score, at the interception and everything. So
Man,
like not a league. That's why I said it's so crazy. Like when we was in the league playing and how it is now, you know what I'm saying, different. How you feel about you know what I'm saying, Bills Mafia now? How you feel about the Bills now? Like, you know what I'm saying, on the process of where they're going right now.
Yeah, I love it because, you know, that's a fan base that they love their team, just how that Kentucky feel. This Buffalo Bills fan base is like, they crazy, they even crazier. And now see them finally get their wins, you know, and get the recognition. It's pretty cool for the city and to see, you know. I want to see every team doing well. But, you know, in Buffalo, me being a part of it and understanding how they, you know, they get trashed on all the time, you know, it's good to see them actually somewhere near the top nowadays.
Indeed. How you think you would have fared with Josh Allen?
I think it would have been sweet, you know, for the sense that I got a strong arm. When I do my moves and then he can still wait a little bit and then strong enough to get it there accurately, you know. So I think it would have been good, easy work with Allen. I think really any quarterback, as long as you just got to spend the time with them. So any young receiver there listening to this, or let's go watch this, any quarterback can be your guy. You just got to spend at least a day with him on the field. You know what I mean? Learning timing. Like with Kaepernick. Kaepernick threw a missile. I heard stories about when I got there. One guy got his eyes swelled up. One dude breaking their finger. I broke my finger actually with Cap also. But, you know, as a receiver, that kind of play with your mind. If you running around, you don't know when the ball comes in, it come too fast. It's like it's tough. So what I had to get our chemistry down, I just asked him on our off days, hey, let's hit the field. And we was on the field for about like 2 or 3 hours, maybe 2, 3, 4 hours. And after that, I was just comfortable with it. Anything. The fact that how fast he was throwing it, it was nothing. I'm running at his passes. Nobody was doing it at practice. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's all it takes, man. Just working out with any receiver, you know. I mean, any quarterback.
Yeah, indeed. You going, Ben?
So I wanted to ask, you know, all the fans kind of see, you know, Ryan Fitzpatrick, you know, as fun as he is, like the video of him at the Bills game, no shirt on, like, what was it like, you know, playing with him and having him be your quarterback while you were in Buffalo? Yeah, it was super cool. Just like what you see in them videos, that's exactly him. You know what I mean? Just 12 years ago or whatnot. Same dude, millionaire that just don't even seem like it. Like, you might think he was the equipment guy when you come in. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. The shorts and put them by the locker room or whatnot, but that's our quarterback, you know. But super knowledgeable, got a great intellect, and super chill, you know what I'm saying, as far as keeping everybody comfortable in the locker room, you know. So Fitz was a hell of a dude. So now moving away from Buffalo, so you know you have the last there, and then you go close to home, you know, you basically go home. Like, what was that like for you, you know, just that whole timing of you know, being in Buffalo, you know, spending all that time in Buffalo, being one of the league's top receivers, and then going closer to home? Yeah, it was a bittersweet thing. I obviously enjoyed and wanted to obviously put on a home team uniform and score a touchdown or whatnot. All that was done and it was cool. But when we shoot back to what I was thinking personally,
my goal was to break the playoff drought, you know?
Yeah.
So when I left, it was like, dang, like I didn't get to complete my goal. And so I was like just in between, you know, just in between. Once again, another time where I should have probably took advantage of seeking out a mentor, you know what I mean? Just to clear my mind and not be going at it with myself. But from there, once I got to San Francisco, it was dope because I got to meet a lot of different players, other players that I used to watch, you know what I mean? Became best friends with players out there in San Francisco, which it never would have happened if I didn't get traded. So it was cool, but overall it was a bittersweet feeling for me.
Yeah, and then so my final question, throughout all your time in the NFL, you know, you spent it with a ton of 3 spots. Where would you say I would say you appreciated your time the most? You know, whether it was San Diego, you know, LeBron shares a lot of experience with San Diego.
Yeah, it was dope
but
San
then
Diego.
San Francisco and Buffalo.
You came with that thing right after I left. San Diego, man. I thought I stood with Phil, no, man. That locker room different, man. It's different out there in Cali. It's very different. It's very different.
It was even different than when I got there, because I think when I got there, it was like more young. They turned it more young, I would say.
Yep.
When you was there, that I think y'all had a classic squad. I think you also had you had both of the tall receivers. You had Floyd and no. Wait, did y'all have Vincent Jackson at the time or no?
No, we ain't have Vincent. Vincent left like the year before I got there, but we had Floyd and my guy from Missouri. We had him. We had Gates. We had Takeo Spikes. You know what I'm saying? Like you said,
you had all the running backs.
Yep, had all the running back. Matthew, Ronnie Brown was there with us and everything. So like, Danny Woodhead came over there. So it was different.
That was a good one. But yeah, once we got there, that was dope because I got to see like the young crowd of it. You know, the young roster. Jaleel Adais, Jason Verrett. So Melvin Ingram was, I think, second year or something like that, third year.
Yep, second, third year. Yep.
Yeah. So like it was a different vibe, but that was special because Keenan, I got to link up with Keenan, and you know, man, I just the same thing I was thinking with a mentor. It was like I end up having that with Keenan, you know, in a sense, even though I don't think he needed it, you know, on the field or too much, but just having that guidance of somebody that's already been there, you know what I mean? In that run the same way that he run, because that's a whole nother project to complete when you trying to let a coach know that you ready, but you run it differently than what he's teaching. It's tough. And I felt he was kind of going through that mentally with the coach there, you know, and I've been through it already. Like, you just got to keep doing what you do, keep getting open, keep catching it, and they'll eventually change for you. And I think that calmed him down. He was ready to quit, and he kept it going. Now he a top receiver in the league. You know what I'm saying?
Man, it's cause we knew he was special when he came in. That was his rookie year, my first year in San Diego when he came in.
Yep.
Yeah, so I was like, man, I don't know who this kid is right here, man. But in practice, I'm talking about he used to kill everybody, just how he used to run routes. And he's like, he run it different. I said he getting open. You know what I'm saying?
Getting open. I mean, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? The same, and then that I told Ben before you got on. I said, man, I said that's Keenan Allen right there. Like, Keenan Allen do everything my guy used to do. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like just unorthodox. Do the thing, get open and everything. What was if you had the line? Did you like study the DB before the week before, or did you just go out there and just go off his movements and, you know what I'm saying, how you get it? Because you ran every route different, man. Then you don't run the route the same the next time.
Yeah, I actually didn't study the DB. I would, once film came on, I would just look for certain things. Is he physical? Or is he a mirror, a shadow type of DB? And then once I figured out, he ain't throw his hand one time when he was pressed, even when he off and you get up close to him, he still ain't throwing a hand. I can do anything with this guy. You know what I'm saying? He go bite off anything. So yeah, that was the only film that I ever would do when I'm studying DBs. I just want to see if he's physical or not, and then I just go from there.
Man, dope. Yeah. So man, and so you know, I gotta ask you this, man. Just, you know, everything going on in the NFL now, man, with Flores just coming out, you know what I'm saying, talking about the the hiring of the coaches and everything. Did you experience anything, you know what I'm saying, while you was in? I know I did a few times when I was leaving, you know what I'm saying, just how they, you know what I'm saying, how they operate. I told you got to be in the locker room to understand it, but how do you feel about that, everything that's out in the NFL right now that's going on, man, with the allegations and all that?
Man, you know, I can't say I experienced it. I can say I've seen other coaches, like other minority coaches, kind of get pushed to the side or never get elevated, like some other guys who was my receiver coach wasn't really doing nothing and he ended up getting elevated to another team, you know. Yeah. But I didn't, you know, I didn't speak on this. It never happened to me directly, but seeing it come out, I don't doubt it. You know, that's just like what's happening in the league is the same that's happening in the world, though. You know what I'm saying? And it's just gonna take maybe or two to say, all right, look, I'm gonna change it. I'm gonna put this person here, and then next thing you know, it's gonna cycle into something good. So it's just gonna take that one person to give Flores a chance, and any other minority. You know, I seen a stat that was crazy, where it was like, oh yeah, college there's more minorities, but there's tons of teams there, you know, and then there's still only handful in there, you know, 15, 11 or something, you know. So it's just. Yeah, they just we need that one person or two people to hire, and then we'll change the narrative.
Yep. Indeed. Yeah, I wanted to ask you about like one receiver now playing in the Super Bowl. Jamar Chase, how you feel about Chase, man? The way he been doing his thing.
Yeah, dog, that's crazy. So I was watching a Nike combine or camp with receivers versus DBs, and then I just randomly watched. It's probably 2016 or 17 or something like that. And I seen this dude do that, come to balance like that, you know, come the wiggle like how I'm doing all the line.
Yeah.
This young kid, like, okay, and his name was Jamar Chase. He didn't go to LSU at that time, and none of he was just a high school kid. And then I was like, Jamar Chase, he got it. He got the wiggle, like you know when somebody got. And the next thing you know, you end up seeing him. Oh, Jamar Chase balling in the national championship. Then he get drafted to this, and now he balling it. It's like, dang, like, you know, you can see certain styles and know that they damn got it. And so, yeah, you just brought Jamar Chase up. I don't think nobody ever heard me even speak on him. But yeah, I just seen similarities in his movements and you know, he's just taking it to another level with it.
Yeah, man, he ran. I saw him run I think they're playing the Vikings. He ran a 6 route, but I thought he was about to run a 7 pump. He went inside and came, but he just came back and spent Peterson. He spent Peterson from LSU, like spent them bad on the 6 route. I said, man, like you don't see too many young guys, you know what I'm saying, in the league early like that, like doing it, man. Right. I said, just mind me, you know what I'm saying, your game when you was in the league and everything. Yeah. So who your last question, man? You know what I'm saying, for us, man. We want to keep you too long, man. Who your Super Bowl pick? Who you got for the Super Bowl?
I was gonna ask the same thing.
Yeah, I want to see. Cincinnati hasn't won one, so I do want. I mean, I am a West Coast guy. It's tough for me to say this, but I'm so much of an underdog, dude. That I love the story of Burrow getting drafted to the Bengals, won a national championship. Then they end up getting his receiver, and then now they in the championship in the pro level. You know, I think that's just dope to me. Los Angeles is dope too. They West Coast. I like it. I like that part of it, but they beat my 49ers, and they kind of built a super team in a sense. Cincinnati, they low key went natural, more so natural than the Rams, and they still getting it. So, I mean, overall, I want to see a good game, but I'm a slide with Chase and Burrow on this one. I want to see them. Yeah,
Burrow, man, they gonna do their thing, man. But man, I just want to tell you, man, one of my favorite, you know what I'm saying, players watching, bro, in the NFL, man. Best route runners, you know what I'm saying, competitor. Kept it fun with the celebrations, man, and did it, and like, you know what I'm saying, did it your way. I know I could chime in on the thing when you said about the mentor now, and like, I know I'm in position now mentoring a few boys. I know you're doing the same thing, man. I just want to give you flowers, man, salute you, man, just say, man, you was awesome, bro. Awesome pro, bro. You was an awesome pro.
Yeah. Thank you, LM. Thank you. Same to you. Same goes to you, man.
Indeed, man. We appreciate you coming on, man. Probably in the near future we'll have you back on, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that'll be awesome.
Catch up again. You know what I'm saying, and everything, man, bro.
We can probably get on later in like June. I have this docu-series where I got 16 elite junior college athletes, DBs and receivers, coming to I'm housing them in California, Northern Cali. And you know, we running a 4-week program. So that'll be a good time. We can get some of them on.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I look
Yes,
forward to
sir.
that.
Yes, sir. Probably I probably come out fly there, man. Check that out. Check
Hey,
that
yeah,
out too, bro.
the show is called Exposure Academy. It's going on May 28th through June 25th up in the Bay Area.
Okay.
Yep,
Okay,
yep.
that's hard, bro. I salute that, man.
Yeah.
Again, man, thank you for coming on with us. You know what I'm saying? I'll let Ben finish, man. I appreciate you, bro.
One love, brother.
Yeah, real quick before we go, I know you got stuff, but I just wanted to ask, so you can kind of put it out there and we can push it on our Twitter. Kind of real quickly, just a little bit, I want to ask about the HBHF, what you're doing, and I kind of wanted you to kind of put a little insight on that.
Yeah, man. So this HBHF program, what we got is Handle Biz, Have Fun. It is our personal mentor now. You know what I mean? That we give into the world. You won't need, just understand, Handle Biz, Have Fun. And within that, we got training camps, different states. You know, we got this docu-series coming up. You know, we doing children's coloring books. I actually got the meeting for the coloring book and the children's book coming up in a little bit. But it's just the business that's giving kids a personal mentor for themselves, you know, and you know, ultimately we're going to end up franchising it and having players start their own leagues, you know, their own youth leagues, and you know, we'll help assist with that. So it's just something that we building up, and you know, starting to catch fire through a lot of communities. We got one set up in Arizona that's already flourishing. You know, we building out in New York, and obviously we got this one coming up in California. So you know, it's just something positive for kids to hold on to.
Yeah, that's awesome. Good to hear. We'll definitely push that on our Twitter and stuff. But I really want to tell you, I really appreciate you coming on. It means a lot, you know, being in middle school and elementary school, rooting for you then, and you know, seeing all the fun plays you made then, and now getting you on. It's just awesome, and we really appreciate it. Like LeBron said, we'd love to have you back on, you know, in June with the guys you got.
Yeah, definitely. Shout out to JUCO Nation too, man.
Yeah, for real. Yes, sir.
I just posted some in my hometown. I got a few local guys, man. There's some trials coming up in Mississippi. Like, they got some trials coming out of JUCO, and I'm just telling them, man, you ain't got signed yet. This is an opportunity.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? It's an opportunity for y'all to go down there, ball. So you balling, they gonna come find you.
Indeed.
You know what I'm saying? Do what you gotta do. You know what I'm saying? So,
provide that platform for them. That's basically what we're doing. Providing a platform.
Yeah. If you want to, like, if one thing you can tell, like, a kid, you know what I'm saying, coming up, they got to go through JUCO. What's one thing, you know what I'm saying, you can leave them with, boss? You know what I'm saying?
Just continue to create. Focus on what you're there for. Obviously, get your grades and stuff. Make sure you handle that, but don't go BSing around now. You know what I mean? Don't spend your time either watching that film or figuring out how you can be better at your position, and understand that you only got 2 years. At the most. Some people only go for 1 year nowadays, but you only got 2 years. Then you got to go level up and do the same thing over and learn something else. So don't waste your time. Just continue to create and stay focused on the goal, on the plan.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Man, appreciate you, baby. Appreciate you, man. Always.
Yes, sir. Means a lot.